where it all stopped working with the earthquake and so on. So what I'm gonna do now then, I'm gonna time it in here. I'm gonna watch, I guess, like the last 2-3 minutes, right? I was thinking of episode 14 first. And then we're gonna watch the new episode, right? So they're airing right now. Then they're airing like they're airing both of them at the same time, right? After each other. So you're gonna watch like the ending of the last minute or so. And I'll give you like a quick reaction of that, because I feel like, I mean, when I watched on TV last week, I need to talk about it quickly, right? I watched on TV that, you can see my reaction last week. I was like, what's happening? I was an earthquake. I was like, yeah. So I mean, I was completely unaware, right? That, of course, because I watched it and actually, suddenly jumped into the whole, he's like a TV, he's like the news. So I was completely unaware, of course, that was gonna happen. I think most other people, they have done reaction to last week, right? They, of course, got it and reacted to the, on the 7th seat, so to speak, right? And knew that it was gonna be like a 19 or 17-minute episode, but whatever. So I missed like only the last 2 minutes, because when I swapped channels, the other channel had it for like another minute or so. So I saw about 20 minutes almost. But anyway, so I'm just gonna press it down here and give a quick reaction on 14's last minute before we go to 15, right? So let's just do it here. So I just watch the last minutes there. That's what I'm doing right now here. Yeah, sorry, no timer now, but I mean, it's just like the last minute here where they're gonna. So it's Flosh, right? First super irritating, and he's all like, we have to. Yeah, so this is when it ended last week. Flosh is back, and so on. I'm just gonna, see the last minute here, guys, and then we go to 15. 15 will start after this, but yeah. I did display what's gonna happen anyway. As I said last week, right? The youth are like, revolution! This is way better. We wanna be, part of your stuff, right? It is way better, right? Woo! Jaegerists and so on. It's not have to beat up. So it's like, defeat the evil old man, right? It's very much like, beat up the evil old man, because he's clearly like the evil system. So defeat him and then you get a better. Come at me, young people! Here we go. But I mean, he's trying to protect them by being like, that's right, you can't ever defeat me, right? So not tomato use afterwards. I don't know. I like that they actually kind of animated that. They kind of skipped over it. Yeah, he's like, okay, off screen, beat him. Okay, whatever. That was a little. That could have been a little more brutal. They kind of like, he was defeated off screen. Okay, and then they were captured and so on. And Mikasa is still heartbroken, of course. Best scene ever. Here we go. This is probably the last bit there. Levi staring at Zeke after he, Zeke's waking up after Levi. Now it's put like one of those thunder spears inside of Zeke here. This is probably the end. We're gonna introduce the Zeke backstory. I feel Levi should have done this before. I don't know why he didn't do it earlier, honestly. He should have done this before he, killed all of his men, right? He'd be like, I put a bomb inside of you. Man, Levi, you should have done this earlier. Yeah, but this is good now. So I'm gonna keep, so I keep building on that Zeke healing factor. Okay, I mean, if I do this to you every day, right? Oh yeah. I mean, Levi's loving this. It's like, finally get some revenge, baby. But they definitely can't show this on YouTube. Not very family friendly here when Levi is like, when he's working on some Zeke there. The hairdressing Levi. Here we go. His baseball coach. I mean, I'm guessing episode 15 is definitely gonna be a Zeke backstory. Yeah, cute Zeke there. That's the end right, yeah. So a little different than normally, but anyway, now then we're gonna watch the next episode. With this title is called, we're on episode 15 now, but I just wanted to see the last minute, right? That we of course missed last week there. But yeah, like that was on the timer. Anyway guys, I'm gonna go over now and let's set up the timer here to be ready. So, now then, we're gonna start at any moment now then. The actual episode will start. So put the timer up. Sorry for the little weird. But I didn't want to not see episode 15 before I saw episode. I mean, yeah, I didn't want to just jump into episode 15 right without seeing the last minute, even though it's only like 1-2 minutes to watch. But anyway, so now soon then episode 15 is gonna come here. But it's very quick review, I guess, like a minute here. A quick review of 15. I like that, the instructor is like, hey, come on then, young people, right? Come on, fight me, right? Because, of course, he's just trying to, not make Flosh kill them, right? So he's like, yeah, go after me. Let's fight younglings, right? And I did wish they kind of showed that, though. They kind of just had him being like, yeah, let's go, kids. And then the next scene he's like lying there, and it's all tomato juice. And it's like, okay, I guess. So that's disappointing. Kind of wish they kind of show more brutality there. Anyway, yeah, and then, of course, Levi has kind of like constructed this thunder spear thing inside of Zeke, right? Which I have to say, it's almost like a plot hole that he didn't do it earlier. Like, why hasn't he done it before? Like, why was he like, yeah, you can read your books and so on? Should have started Zeke earlier, right? Come on, man. Should have planned it out earlier. But anyway, episode 15 then everyone. So let's start watching it. It's clearly gonna be the Zeke backstory. Ending with Zeke thinking about his baseball coach, as I call him. Definitely. But anyway, let's type it in. So 3, 2, 1, and go. Here we go. Okay, hold on. This is good to see now. And I see how Zeke's life is so bad, right? And we're always like, I mean, we know that they all, of course, hate the Eldians, right? They all hate the Eldians, and it's all about that. Yeah. So he's like, yeah, I'm treating it trash. I do love this kind of this is good. I mean, it's part of the best part, I think. That this random old man is like, I'm treating the trash, Eldians. Yeah, it's good, man. He's like, screw you all, man. And goes the opening here. Yeah, and they all hate them and so on with that. But I mean, that's kind of the important life of being an Eldian, right? And as we know, his father, or dear father, I guess, Eren's father too, is like, I will restore the world. You're everyone's hope, right? But the thing with Zeke is that they pushed everything to him. We're gonna see more of course now here, but I mean, we already know that he betrayed them, though, of course, in that sense. We already know that he, went for the government, right? So it's like, I love the ending. I love the opening. Sorry, I mean opening. I love how the opening is a Marley propaganda video. I do love that. Yeah, it's like the Marleys. Yeah, we gotta go and fight. It's like yeah. A lot of nukes, baby. A lot of World War II reference, definitely. I think it's one more episode left after this, and then they're gonna have probably announce a movie, announce like a part 2 or something. There's no way they're gonna. I think it's like 30 or 35 chapters left or something. There's no way they're gonna have that in one movie either way. Unless they cut like half the storyline. But anyway. But I think the old man is a good. He's a good. How to say it? I guess the a miniature version of the hate of Elias. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm killing the trash. Like, get off trash, you know, get off my lawn, trash. Yeah, he's like that kind of character. Right? You get off my lawn. Miniature version of the alien issues. Here we go. So it's gonna be, I guess, Zeke in his training. Yeah. Zeke, it's like warrior training. And Zeke is doing that whole that Jaeger kid is weak. Doesn't have it going for him. Yeah, it's way too weak, man. And there he is. We saw him briefly for the last episode that you just watched. Yeah, it's a little weird now, but I mean, you saw the last minute there, of course, the coach coming in. This is so weird now. I often it's so weird now, so they can like leave him, you know, with the grandparents, then they go and, you know, clearly go and work with their, you know, rebellion kind of thing, right? That's very no, right? Yeah, so now they're like, yeah, we need to, you know, go to a dance club. We need to go. We're adults. We need to have fun, you know, adult time. You know, it's like. But this is interesting because this is ending too. Yeah, this is the special ending, right? Kind of with the reveal. This is the weird part from the ending, where the ending was kind of like spoiling even for the manga. So this is kind of, you know, when they're attacking the Morlays, and this is part of the ending, right? That was shown like years before that actually was even talked about. So that ending, it was a very classic ending, right? Where they just showed them all fighting and they all, you know, different soldiers fighting and so on. Because at that time, even for the manga reader, you would think that, oh, that's probably like, I guess, you know, humans fighting the Titans, right? But no, that is Morley fighting the Titans, right? It was actually, yeah, it's way earlier, before the walls and so on, right? But it's really, I love this scene. Yeah, it's really interesting because that scene is like straight up from that's very, very weird ending, right? The ending also shows to the wall eatings and the ending is so weird because it was like years even before the manga got into the topics. It's really true history ending there. But yeah, this is really weird for Zeke now. So you can tell Zeke is crazy because now his grandparents are like, that's right. And here's, of course, his aunt that got, of course, eaten by the dogs, right? But you kind of see how his life is so weird because his parents are like, that's right, the Mars are evil. Then he goes home, right, and his grandparents are like, the Mars are the good guys, we are evil. We are devils, right? We are demons, yeah. And they keep giving him this, you know, back and forth. But I think you can kind of see how his father and mother here played it really bad here by like, oh, let's leave him at our, you know, at my parents' place every night, and they telling him the opposite ideology, right? Like they're giving him the complete reverse of retelling him. Yeah, it's like, no, you gotta study, boy. You're gonna teach playing baseball. But I think it's kind of comedically simplistic, his backstory. He wants to play catch with his dad, man. He wants to play catch with his father, right? And his father's like, no, I'm planning a rebellion. Shut up, kid, yeah. This is all lies. Your parents are lying. Yeah, your grandparents are lying. There's no time for stupid baseball and play catch. You know, it reminds me of Garden of Galaxy, right? Yeah, it's like, no, I just want to play catch with my dad, man. I know he's trying to be a warrior as well. This is probably where it meets. So yeah, here we go. The baseball. Here we go. Finally a dad that could play baseball with him. See? This is how he gets his Zeke is like, hey, you wanna play baseball, kid? Man, this is the ultimate way to, you know, charm a young boy here. It's like, yeah. Oh, great. Got a great pitch, boy. Come on. Here we go. Nice catchy. He finally gets the father he wanted, right? Yeah. And he of course has a red, you know, warrior emblem, right? I don't see the boss there. Okay. Yeah, so it goes Tom, which is Zeke's real parent in a way. Then he played catch with him. See, if Grisha had played goddamn catch with him, he would never have betrayed Grisha, and Grisha would be alive, or well, maybe whatever. But he wouldn't be turned entitled. Come on, this is basically the essential part there. That he did not play baseball with his son. But that's the only thing that was like, where are we going? His father and mother is too involved in the rebellion, right? Owl and all this stuff. Growing up and watching his parents planning a rebellion. Yeah, he needs to get the power and so on. You can recognize the more titans, or not the. With a lot of pressure on poor Zeke, right? Zeke has ridiculous a lot of pressure for him, and he just wanted to play catch, man. The boys wanted to play catch. I did watching him like the. He's really bad. This is kind of weird, honestly. Like why Zeke is so bad at this. I don't know why he's like incredibly physically weaker than everyone else. And of course his parents are very disappointed here, him being so physically weak, right? Yeah, he's so weak. You can see why he hates his father. His father is like, that boy can't even run, man. He's useless to me. But he can play baseball, though. But yeah, it's interesting, the whole idea that, he kept playing catch with him. Became his real dad, right? And also, of course, taught him baseball, as we know that the Beast Titan likes to play baseball, right? So, like, his whole life is all about the goddamn baseball. His whole life is like, I just want to play baseball, man. And he kept playing baseball with everyone. He kept playing baseball. It was life, right? It's very red line. As a researcher, his thing is he wants to like study the power or something. Somebody explain. I mean, Tom Savage got a weird cat. He's like willing to die earlier and so on, just so he can like get some research stuff. Yeah, he's like, I just want to learn about the powers and see how they works, and they can heal stuff and so on. Like he has a weird. It's a kind of weird desire to just like understand the truth, maybe? Something like that? Of their powers? Or here they are. Yeah, they're starting to kind of figure out what his parents are doing, or if someone is Owl and the traitors, and gets the depth to Zeke's betrayal. Man, his point. Grisha is not a bad dad. He's like, what do you want, kid? He's like, you're still dad. Can you stop being a crazy rebel? Shut up, kid. Yeah, like his father is so mean to him, man. Was he a better dad to Eren? Not really, right? I mean, kind of how it felt before the Titans arrived, before the walls. But if you think about it, they made Eren get Eren the powers and everything. Yeah, he was a pretty bad dad to both of them. They both hate this. But I mean, his whole idea is that he's like, yeah, you're my son, you're my tool, right? Yeah, like he's like, and mom wasn't very good either. He's like, yeah, shut up, boy, you do what you want. Yeah, they're like, yeah, okay. Ooh, burn! The burn, baby! I love it, burn. You killed Auntie, though, yeah. What about Obasan? Like, that's how you get Grisha, man. That's that burn on his father, man. It's like, you killed your sister, though. But that's the ultimate burn for his father, man. You killed your sister by your actions. You want to see the blimp, man? But yeah, you know, Grisha was a bad parent to Eren too, right? Not until the wall was, or maybe not, you know, in the beginning there, but afterward definitely. And he was a horrible parent to Zeke, man. But yeah, now it's like they're gonna probably get killed or something, right? My parents are traitors. But this is very interesting here. So now, you know, his baseball coach here is the one to actually give him the idea, right, to betray them. So, you know, he has a lot of importance here, role model for Zeke here. He should betray them, and there we go. It's the classic betrayal here that we already seen earlier, right, in the manga. We didn't know this happened, but yeah. And this is grandparents when he betrays them, makes them go Titan. See? He should have played baseball with his father. See? If Grisha just played baseball with him, this would never happen. There we go. A little more handsome Zeke. Yeah, the older Zeke. And he's dying, right? He's getting to his limit here. Yeah, so they can only live for a while, right? You know. But see, if he, I keep saying it, but if he just had played, there we go, cute Annie, the other warriors, the ones when they're younger. It's a nice touch to it. Yeah, you're seeing them walking by there, and she's always a loner. She's like, I don't want to be friends with anyone, you know. Well, that's a great detail that she's walking kind of behind everyone, being like, no, I don't like anyone here. This kind of plague thing, I guess, plague doctors there. That's interesting. Yeah, this is not in the manga. Little of this shot in the manga. I mean, it's something you can like rewrite the alien bodies with your power, right? That's how they can even transform to begin with. Here we go. Maybe they can not have kids anymore. Yeah. Could be a strategy. Yeah, so Zeke is like, I wanna just eradicate them all with their powers. Here we go, it's the Genos strategy. I'm starting here. Yeah, he's have a family. They also play baseball with. Maybe the baseball is very important for this character. But it's interesting. I like it. Yeah, they're kind of adding on his house here around him in his backstory, and you know, and his finest family, kind of adding on that part of it around it. But yeah, his backstory is really gruesome, man. So his wife is like, oh, she killed our son and herself. And she figured out that she had, you know, that our son was half Eldian. She was like, yeah, similar to Reino's father, right? There's like, I refuse to talk to my half Eldian son, right? But yeah, he has some strong hatred for being an Eldian. And that baseball again is very important because it's his son's baseball, right? So it's a nice touch to it, I suppose. There's a word for it, but you know, it's like. And here we get 6. So I mean, you kind of have the similar agenda, right? You're like, yeah, let's just kill all the aliens. It's a good play. Yeah, let's do that, right? Clean the world of the demons. Oh, interesting. They add this thing. That's cool. They're adding them in E-Team, I guess. So of course, he gets to consume him and get his powers. And takes his glasses. And he has to, the... Yeah. Dawson, my real dad. Catch with me. And now here's about, wait, his name is Jaeger? Taking the poor thing, like, wait, his name is Jaeger? It's like, what is this? Who is his father? Oh yeah, it's like, he mentioned his father a lot. It's like, wait a minute. Yeah, it's like, wait. Or evil dad did. What's this now? Oh yeah, I guess when they met there, when he was pretending to be a hospital, and they kind of work out their crazy doomsday strategy. It's a moment for Zeke there to remember that. Wait a minute, is it's like, wait, our father's alive. I have a brother. My evil dad is alive, always alive or something. What the hell? What do you wonder about their father, right? Given how Eren has part of their power star, you would imagine it's similar to their father more than he is, though. It's like, yeah, I imagine our father made you to become a... No, he's like, oh, damn it. Grease is a really bad dad, man. I feel like half the anime could be avoided by Grease being a better parent. And Zeke is like, oh, I bet you our father made you go crazy. Oh, he did, yes. It's like, it's what I expected from our evil dad, right? But yeah, now they kind of just, decided to teamwork. Vernisane. Like, yeah, let's do it. I guess it'd be like, yeah, shake my hand, bro, or something. Oh, what's this goddamn baseball? He's like, yes, take my baseball, brother. Here we see, you're giving him the baseball. This is like, you get the next, God damn it. He's all about the goddamn baseball. His whole life is about the baseball. He's like, take the baseball, brother. That proves to me that I can trust you. And give my baseball to you, right? But yeah, that's the backstory, I guess. Back to the present time. And Lau is like, time to be a barber again. You know that Lava is in loving this. Lava is like, oh yeah, he's loving this. He's like, oh, let me work on your haircut again, boy. So here we go. Zeke going crazy. Yeah, and takes the blow on purpose. Oh, this is very nice animated. It's slow water falling. Dripples. Oh, the horse, man. That was like, oh man, even the horse thing. Shit, man. No horse were injured during this production, man. And Lava gets blown up there. But I have to say, when I see this thing, I'm just like, Lava is basically immortal. Come on, man. Lava is like stronger than any Titan. Like, whatever. But yeah, Zeke goes crazy and blows up the thing there. And the thing is that, as I said last review, but whatever. I mean, they have, last review, because we saw the forest thing. Zeke and they have this like sun power healing, right? Something like that, like Superman. So, you know, should have made the bomb better. Yeah, Levi's. I say it. He was too overconfident in that thing. Definitely. See some after ending credits, perhaps. Okay, good. And of course, after this, we're gonna watch Mushoku Tensei, which is the final episode today, then of part 1. Then, so that's gonna be exciting. I think it's an amazing anime, right? You should see it to some after-ending credits now. Oh, what? Oh, come on! Then the TV stopped working. It's not working exactly when I get to the just when I get. Here we go. Okay, just hack a bit. Yeah, the wine, and you know, crazy Elena's back. Okay, that wasn't a very telling preview, but okay, whatever. It kind of froze for but yeah, let's start reviewing it. So we get Zeke's backstory. It's a nice episode. He just kind of covered the whole backstory of Zeke, right? Just showed his real dad, yeah, his real Odo-san that played cast with him, right? Tom there, that actually. Yeah, did actually play catch with him. I'm just gonna say it, I said a few guys on reaction, but it really feels like a lot of things could have been different if Grisha you said, oh, you wanna play catch, son? Yeah, let's play catch. I feel that's like the whole storyline, right? Where if Grisha had accepted to play, to you know, be a little nicer to his son every now and then, he probably would have betrayed him, and you know, and this side would have turned, and they wouldn't go to the wall, and most stuff maybe wouldn't have happened, right? That being said, though, you would, I guess the argument would be, even if he wouldn't betray his parents, well, Eren would never be born, I suppose, so they would really change the storyline. But so they never meet Eren's mom, right? But if you ignore that, the Marleys probably would still eventually send, you know, to like break into the wall and try to get the power, so on, right? That would still probably happen, I suppose, anyway. Unless, of course, that his parents would somehow achieve their rebellion, I suppose, but they still want to go there anyway. So, yeah, it's but still though, it really is kind of covering around the topic, right? That if Grisha wasn't such a horrible father, like most of the backstory wouldn't have turned out like it did, right? So it is really like, you know, Grisha, maybe you could have been. He's a little better father, especially when he tries to tell him. And what's that scene? When he tries to like tell his parents, right? He's trying to tell them that maybe you should stop this, right? Because you know it would be bad, right? If you keep going, he hears about the might feed the muscle, right? And Grease is like, "Shut up, son! I'm doing what I'm doing, stupid kid." You know, he's like, "Yeah, you don't talk to me like that, boy. We're doing it, right?" So. Yeah, like that's kind of classic a bad parent, right? Where the son is like, actually, I think they figured out your plan, Dad. Maybe you should stop. Right? Like, no. So I don't want to hear your stupid reasons, right? So yeah, it's a little bit. But I think one point is good to put out though. Even that Grisha is a horrible dad, the mom is she's a horrible mom too, though. Yeah, like they're both bad parents, right? The mom is also like, "Shut up, son. We are doing the right thing for the people, and we're gonna kill them all." And you know, she's also crazy, right? Fanatically. So yeah, like she's also a really bad mom to him. And they all used to raise Zeke to be this like tool, right? They could use to get the powers and you know betray the Marleys and all this stuff, right? So yeah, like they're both really bad parents. But it is very kind of, how do I say it? It feels almost like very simplistic, right? That this whole idea that playing catch is like, if you use what a better parent and, you know, played catch with like, yeah, if you use what a better dad and played catch with his son, most stuff wouldn't happen, right? And it really reminds me of, as I mentioned earlier, one of my favorite movies, about Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Volume 2. I won't spoil it, but it's like, I want to play catch with my dad. He has the feeling to it. Definitely. If you just played catch with him, nothing ever would have happened. But But yeah, so he meets Tom, right? By I guess Tom observes him being this like weak warrior guy, and talks to him, and they start playing baseball together, and it really is an essential thing, right, for Zeke, the whole baseball thing. We all know, of course, the Beast Titan primarily, of course, throws baseball, pitcher stuff, yeah. So it really is his power. It's all about throwing a lot of baseball, right? But it's a nice touch to it, because I mean, when the Beast Titan first arrives, it's like, wait, is he using like baseball pitches in like this weird, where people are like behind his walls? He seems to be a baseball player. It's like, how did that happen, right? But of course, baseball is actually is an actual sport. I can't speak. It's an actual sport, right? Of course, that he's played as a kid, right? In the safe world, right? So that makes a lot of sense, right? If you go back to the first introduction of Beast Titan or Zeke, and so on. So it makes a lot of sense in that way. But also, of course, how the baseball itself is it's the same baseball, right? And it's very important for him, as we see with Tom's backstory. He had a baseball to his son, right? And then his son got killed by his wife, and it's the same baseball. And then in the end, this Zeke actually gives the baseball to Eren, right? He's like, hey bro, take my baseball, right? He's like, hey, need son, and they had that they kind of bonding there over the hatred for their father and so on. Grisha was a bad parent to him too, but yeah, Attack on Titan is filled with a lot of bad parents. Like Historia's mom is bad, and yeah, I guess Eren's mom was a good mom. I guess yeah, she was a good mom, right? But Grisha is a really bad dad, right? Because even though he kind of, I guess, treated Eren nice generally when he was growing up, right? He was clearly immediately like, oh, here we can let's go and attack the royal family and eat them, boy. Like, take my power and eat me. Yeah, he was clearly doing most of the same behavior, right, and the strategy that he was trying to make Zeke do, that he then forced Eren to do, right? So he really didn't learn much, I feel. Yeah, Grisha didn't like really, how to say it, he didn't become like a better dad, right, after what he did to Zeke. He was like, he did the same thing again, basically. But I suppose that in the finer details, that he was nicer to Eren when Eren was a kid. There's not many, I mean, there isn't many scenes of Eren actually being a kid, right? Or you know what I mean? Like before the walls collapsed, you can hang out. There are a few flashbacks, but I suppose we can guess that Grisha was a better parent to him. It feels to me, at least, that he was slightly nicer to Eren, right? Kind of growing up, right? But the actual plan of using his son as a weapon and so on, that was completely intact, right? So he didn't really change his general opinion, right? But yeah, Zeke had a really bad childhood, given how. But I do like the detail there, that even his mom. I like the detail. It's not only Grisha, it's also the mom, Yeah, it's also covering her face there now, but yeah, it's also the mom also being like, oh, he's useless. So yeah, so it's good that it wasn't just the father, but also the mommy. It also was like, she also disappointed and hated him for being weak and so on. So it wasn't just his dad that was horrible. It was both parents that were horrible. Yeah, they were both really. He's our weapon. We need to train him and so on, right? He's our hope for rebellion and stuff like that. But otherwise, though, as I mentioned earlier, I like this scene here, right? Because it's part of the special ending, as I mentioned, the reaction. The very, very interesting ending where they just showed so much, right? And in this ending, then they showed so many scenes that hadn't happened in the manga either, right? And of course, when the ending arrived, people were thinking that, oh, is this like the Morales fighting, or is it supposed to be like the alien? We didn't know about the Morales at the time that well, so it was like, is this like the aliens fighting Titans or whatever, or no, humans then, I guess, right? But no, it actually is, of course, the Morales fighting the alien armies back in the days, right, like 1,000 years ago. So it's that ending, of course, is very interesting, and most stuff that ending has been explained by now, right? But it's cool, I think, to see how that ending was like released a few years before it even was in the manga, showing the Mali empires fighting. But it really did show, because it also shows the whole going, creating the walls and so on, right? The wall titan. So if you're on anime only watching that ending, right? The ending was like arguably spoiling half the storyline, right? But anyway, one other thing though I think is interesting here is that obviously leaving Zeke with his grandparents again shows you the neglect, right? The very neglecting father Grisha was, because he should know that his parents, they hate the Eldians, right? They hate the whole Eldian restoration idea, right? So he is teaching his son every day, like, yeah, we're the good guys. The Morals are evil. We should kill them all, right? Let's conquer the world, right? and then he leaves his son to his father, and his father is like, "Hey son, or grandkid, your father is wrong. Okay, everyone, we are evil, they are the good guys, right?" So every day Zeke had like a constant, ideology battle, right? Like one set of people are telling him everything is good and everything is bad, right? And he keeps hearing that mixed messages every day, right? So it's no wonder Zeke was like, maybe I should betray them, yeah, like they're crazy, right? So, but it gives some a little dynamic though to that he overheard that they might figure out who his parents were, right? So he kind of betrayed them before they could be discovered, right? Of course, there's an argument to be made that they maybe never will be discovered, right? Maybe I will never actually be discovered. So if Zeke hadn't betrayed them, they might, succeed, right? So it's like, but it's a little different more on the nuance there of why he betrayed them. It wasn't purely that he hated them. It was like, maybe I have to save myself, right? And of course also was Tom that gave him the idea, right, to betray them. So I liked it in the backstory, yeah. We really knew he was going to betray them given the earlier episodes, right? But he kind of give a little more nuance to why he did it. And also, of course, that his parents are horrible parents. That they're so bad, that they're so horrible. So he's like, I hate them, I want to betray them, right? Just generally. But it's a lot of different, I think, interesting details here how to say it, right? Like he's clearly kind of cray-cray, right? He's growing up, then his parents keep telling him one thing, and his grandparents keep telling him all the thing, and then we have Tom telling him like a third thing, kind of, right? Tom is like, maybe we can like, make their body change, and he's like another third idea, and so of course the poor kid goes crazy, right? Having all these different inputs, right? On what is the right thing to live and so on. So I really like that in Zeke's backstory, and I do like the detail. Which is similar to, as I mentioned, Rainer in the reaction that I mentioned Rainer, how Tom's wife was like, "What? I'm married to an Eldian, and our son is half Eldian." And he like killed their own kid, right? Because she's like, "I can't have a kid that is half Eldian. That's disgusting, right? That's horrible." Similar to again Rainer's dad, that is like, because Rainer is half Eldian, half Marley, right? And his mom, he knows who that's right. And Rainer is like, if I became a warrior, maybe my dad would finally love me, right? He tries to, talk to his father, right? That his father still hates him even as a warrior and that stuff, right? So it's kind of similar with the whole, they really, really hate the Eldians, right? They really hate the Eldians. Like, yeah, it's a lot of strong hate for the poor Eldians, right? And the beginning is a good scene too, I think. They kind of throws the water at them. And so on. That being said, though, I do find one thing to be nitpicky, but I think it's true though. There's a little. One thing I don't like in the backstory is that he's so bad. Yeah, I think that's like a little overkill, honestly, on the backstory. That why is I don't know, why is Zeke like so incredibly bad? I have to say that, but I think that is like the only thing I feel in the storyline doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's one thing that Zeke isn't the strongest warrior ever, and he actually becomes a warrior, execute the power because baseball coach is like, I like him, he's my best student, let him get power. But I do find this thing, I think this would be better if Zeke was weak, right? And he didn't like, he wasn't the best warrior, but he was maybe slightly behind them. I find it's a little too much, hyperbolically horrible him, how he's right. Like, he's like the worst by a mile apparently, right? Why are all the kids just so ahead of him, right? And actually, because Zeke has never really shown that he's actually like physically, as an adult, right? Doesn't seem to be physically weaker, right? Because he's like, wait, does he have some kind of chronic illness? Does he have some kind of fatigue sickness? Like, what is wrong with him, right? But as an adult, as a grown man, that seems to be gone, right? So yeah, so I feel a little bit here. If Zeke was just slightly behind him, right? He was like a little bit behind everyone else. I think that he would still be too weak to get the powers. So his parents would still be like, oh, he's weak, he's useless, That would still happen, right? It would still be the exact same result. But I just find this detail here to be a little bit like, hey, why is he like a kilometer behind everyone else? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why is he so incredibly physically weak, apparently? Especially because he keeps training, right? I mean, if you take any, random young people, right, and you just train them all day long, right, they will all be roughly the same, right? I mean, I'm not saying that there are differences, but like he's like absurdly weaker, nevertheless. So it's a little bit overkill. It's like, okay, why is he so goddamn weak compared to everyone else? They should have maybe cut a little bit of him being like, oh, he's like a mile after everyone else. But anyway. But yeah, it was a good episode overall. That will be my only complaint. It's like, why is Zeke so incredible? And on the last note, I would say that the glasses though, I like that. He's not actually bad eyesight, right? You know, Zeke takes up, of course, Tom's glasses, but he actually doesn't need glasses, right? Just because it's part of that Tom used to have the glasses, right? Take his baseball, right? He inherits the baseball and inherits the glasses, and I guess Zeke actually doesn't need glasses, right? He just has them because these Tom glasses, the kind of double glass thing he has, right? But obviously, of course, that is real dad, right? And again, if Grisha just had played baseball with him, he wouldn't be like, I need a real dad. But anyway, yeah, that's it, you guys. I think it was a really good episode. I like all the new ones, right? Oh, no, one thing, okay. Best scene, of course, when he's burning Grisha. And he's like, you killed your sister! Like that was the best scene. That was the best scene. Oh, I forgot about that. I have to say it again. That was the best scene when he burned. When he get angry at his father there, because of course they're bad parents, and he's like, "You killed my aunt." That scene was beautiful, and Grisha lost it. What was that scene? That was like a nice touch to it. He's like, "You killed you killed my son." Here's it, yeah, and he's like, "You screw you, Dad. You killed your sister." That was the best scene. Yeah, that's something interesting because. Of course, Eren and so on never knew about had an aunt, right? But Zeke is well aware that you killed Aunt Faye. He's like, you killed Faye. It's like, yeah, this was nice. He finally couldn't take his father's bullshit anymore. It's like, you killed your sister. That was a perfect burn there to really piss off Grisha here. But guys, go to Twitch now and of course, find an episode of Mushoku Tensei. That is to 11 there, and again, Tensei, an amazing anime. Ridiculously good anime. Isekai, one of the best isekais ever. Incredibly good new isekai, and has the final episode today, but there's a part 2 coming in like 6 months from now, whatever, 3 months from now. There's a part 2 I think coming later this year, so it's like a final episode, like a final season 1, part 1 or whatever, right? So that's exciting to see. So see you guys soon on Twitch then with